Good morning. On behalf of the University of Pennsylvania and the Perelman School of Medicine, it is my honor to welcome you to the Perelman School of Medicine Commencement Ceremony celebrating the class of 2026. Welcome, distinguished trustees, faculty, devoted staff, alumni, honored guests, and the families and loved ones of our graduating students. And welcome to the graduating class of 2026. As I look to those on the stage, and our guests in the audience, I see a community whose presence today reflects the shared support behind every graduate. To our faculty, mentors, and staff, thank you for the generosity of your support and guidance, the rigor of your teaching, and the example you set. To our graduates, friends, and families, thank you for believing in and supporting your student, which has shaped this moment, their moment, more than you may know. And to our graduates, thank you for all that you have contributed to our Perelman School of Medicine community during your time with us. I've had the privilege of watching many of you grow from first-year medical students to physicians. You arrived at PSOM for orientation filled with excitement, mixed with some nerves, curiosity, and a desire to serve. Over time, you encountered the full demands of medical education, high standards, long hours, moments of uncertainty, and the profound responsibility and reward of caring for patients at their most vulnerable. In turn, you became amazing physicians. This moment reflects not only what you have accomplished, but who you have become. You are graduating from a medical school that is deeply committed to preparing you for great accomplishment so that you can serve a changing world. We hope that we have given you the foundation to make breathtaking discoveries and to put them to work, to simplify care and place it within a patient's reach and uplift communities. Those values shaped your education, and now they travel with you. You are entering medicine at a time that calls for clarity of purpose, and now more than ever, a need for compassion. The challenges before our profession, persistent inequities in care, rapid technological change, mistrust in science, are significant. Yet, so is the opportunity. We've never had a greater capacity to diagnose and cure disease, relieve suffering, restore dignity, and advance health. We have great hope for you. We hope that you will be bold in discovery and humble in practice. You represent the future of medicine. To the Perelman School of Medicine class of 2026, today we celebrate your achievements and we look forward with confidence to the future that you will help shape. Congratulations. It is now my great privilege to call to the podium Dr. Jonathan Epstein, Executive Vice President, University of Pennsylvania for the Health System, and Dean for the Perelman School of Medicine.
Members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, proud families, and friends, and most importantly, members of the graduating class of the Perelman School of Medicine, good morning. Before I say anything else, let me say what matters most. Congratulations. One tradition that links us to the generations that came before us was the profession of academic regalia that began this ceremony. Most of the marchers are members of our faculty, the professors, the clinicians, and the scientists who we hope have been role models and mentors to you, sharing their wealth of knowledge and their values of humanism and professionalism. The procession also included marshals, esteemed alumni, friends, trustees of the University of Pennsylvania and of Penn Medicine, whose service to the school is invaluable. Let me introduce them to you. Lisa Bellini, Executive Vice Dean for the Perelman School of Medicine, Jen Kogan, who you know well, Vice Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education, Barry Berger, representing the 50th reunion class, Vivek Murthy, our graduation speaker, Mike Ostap, Chief Scientific Officer and Senior Vice Dean, Eileen Rosen, Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education, University Trustee Krista Pinola, and University Trustee and Chairman of the Penn Medicine Board, Don Pye. But I'm not done. On this side, we have DeCarla Albright, Stacy Rose, Prithvi Sankar, Anna Delaney, Nadia Bennett, Horace DeLisser, Jessica Dine, Dennis Glugos, and Skip Brass, all known well to you. You'll hear it again and again, but you are graduating at a time unlike any other in our profession. And I think many of the faculty here are envious of you because you're launching your career with such powerful new tools at your disposal that we could only have dreamed of. Open Evidence, Claude, Copilot, but also remarkable new medicines, cell and gene therapies, many of which were invented here at the University of Pennsylvania. Those tools will empower you to cure diseases that we have been unable to cure in our careers. For your generation, AI will be woven into the fabric of how you practice. You'll be the first cohort of Penn physicians who have never known a professional life without those tools, and the first who will be expected to help shape, scrutinize, and steward those tools. That's an exciting opportunity, but also a serious responsibility. Use of these tools, you should use these tools aggressively when they help your patients, but please question them relentlessly when they do not. Remember that an algorithm doesn't know a patient. It knows a pattern. You will know the patients. Algorithms have enormous access to knowledge, and yet it's not clear to me that they possess wisdom. The wisdom to convey that you will remain at your patient's side through difficult journeys when you inform them of a new cancer diagnosis, for instance. The wisdom to put down the chart and pull up a chair and be present when that is what is most needed. The wisdom to hold the hand of a father whose child is in the intensive care unit and make him feel for one moment less alone at the most difficult time of his life. That work, the oldest work of our profession, is now yours. Algorithms are only as good as the data on which they are trained, and I wonder sometimes what ChatGPT would have told Dr. Elisha Cullen Dick, the Penn Medicine graduate who studied with Benjamin Rush and William Shippen, who was attending George Washington in December of 1799 when he complained of a sore throat. No doubt it would have surveyed all the available evidence in the literature and advised aggressive bloodletting, which is exactly what Dick and his colleagues did to the tune of 40% of Washington's total blood volume before the first president's demise, only 2 days later. Algorithms, after all, are based on existing knowledge, and the history of medicine is filled with incorrect and insufficient knowledge. You must create new knowledge while constantly questioning the existing paradigms, no matter how confidently it is presented to you. So here is what your school, your teachers, your profession ask of you as you go. Be excellent. Use every available instrument that you have at your possession to pursue better outcomes for your patients. And don't forget the power of the human connection. Be humble. These new tools are powerful, and power without humility is dangerous. The best physicians of your generation will be the ones who can tell the difference between a machine's confidence and a machine's correctness, and who never let either substitute for their own judgment. Be present. When the visit is hard, slow down. When the news is bad, don't hide behind jargon or devices. When the patient is suffering from a malady that you are unable to address, don't leave the room a moment before you would want somebody to leave yours. And be kind to your patients, to your families, to the nurses and technicians and colleagues who you work with, and to yourselves. Medicine is a long road. Keep your friends and your family and your classmates on that road with you. We could not be prouder of you. We're honored henceforth to call you doctor and colleague. Our profession is very, very lucky to have you. Congratulations to the class of 2026. It's now my real honor to introduce our graduation speaker, Dr. Vivek Murthy. Dr. Murthy served as the 19th and 21st Surgeon General of the United States. As Vice Admiral of the U.S. Public Health Service Commissioned Corps, he commanded a uniformed service of 6,000 public health officers. Dr. Murthy's work has widened the lens through which we understand forces that shape our health and well-being. During his 2 terms as Surgeon General, his initiatives shaped national and international conversations, garnered global media coverage, and compelled change across business and nonprofit organizations. He's drawn attention to critical, underappreciated health issues, including the epidemic of loneliness, the impact of social media on youth mental health, parental mental health, and well-being. And he's the author of the bestseller, The Healing Power of Human Connection in a Sometimes Lonely World. In 2025, Parting Prescription to America laid out a vision for rebuilding community as the key to health, happiness, and fulfillment. Raised in Miami and an ardent lover of mangoes, Dr. Murthy graduated from Harvard College, received his MD from the Yale School of Medicine, and his MBA from the Yale School of Management. He trained in internal medicine at Brigham and Women's Hospital and Harvard Medical School. A renowned physician, public health expert, research scientist, entrepreneur, and author, Dr. Murthy lives in Washington, D.C. with his wife, Dr. Alice Chen, and their 2 children. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Vivek Murthy.
Well, good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Really, that's it? This is a wonderful day. How are you all doing? That sounds like more like the spirit of today, and I know your families feel that as well. I want to thank all of you for this warm welcome, and my thanks also to Dean Epstein, to Dean Kogan, to the faculty and the trustees for the honor of being with you today as you take this sacred oath to become our nation's newest healers. I also want to extend my deep gratitude to your family. I know some of you have multiple family members who are here. You've got folks who have seen you through the ups and downs of this challenging and extraordinary journey that you've taken to become a doctor. And the truth is, nobody walks this path to becoming a doctor entirely on their own. This is really hard. It's not a solo act. And we need people along the way to support us, both in our accomplishments, but also in our misadventures. And I know you've all had some misadventures during medical school, these embarrassing moments along the way that you hope will fade into distant memory after graduation, but which you know your classmates will remember and will bring up at subsequent reunions. I'm going to tell you about one of my misadventures during medical school. So when I was a med student at Yale, I was fond of looking for special places to read, to study, to journal. And one day, I discovered this place that I thought was the most extraordinary place on campus. It was this beautiful garden tucked behind a building with a canopy of trees, and it was completely hidden from view. And I spent so many afternoons there, after classes, on weekends, reading Robbins' pathology, studying for exams. I ate my lunch there. I meditated there. On warm days, I would just lay out a blanket and take naps there. It was just perfect. I didn't tell anybody about this place. It was my secret place until one day I decided to let somebody in on my little treasure. I brought a friend along. But when we got to the special garden, I expected to see my friend excited, but instead there was a look of horror on his face. He said, "Vivek, this is where you've been taking naps and studying?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "This is the backyard of the home of the president of Yale University." I nearly fell over. Nearly 2 decades after that, I returned to campus when I was Surgeon General to give the Class Day commencement at Yale, which was preceded by a lunch with the university president at his house. The very same house with the very same garden. Needless to say, I never told him that I was already familiar with the premises. I want to tell you about the night where I first understood what medicine was really about. I was 7 years old, and it was the middle of the night around 2 a.m. when my parents woke me up, and they said, "We have to go now. Get in the car." And I was bleary-eyed, confused. I didn't know what was going on. But as they put my sister and me in the car and started driving, they explained to us that we were on our way to a trailer park in Miami because my father's patient, Gordon, had just passed away after a long struggle with metastatic cancer. And my parents were worried that his widow, Ruth, would be grieving alone. When we arrived at the trailer park, my mother got out of the car and climbed up the steps of Ruth's trailer. The door opened, and there was Ruth, tears streaming down her face. She and my mother looked at each other for a moment, and then they embraced. And as long as I live, I will never forget the image of my mother in her traditional Indian sari, holding Ruth, and both of them crying. 2 women from entirely different worlds, from entirely different life experiences, but in that moment, they were family. I didn't have the language for what I was witnessing at the age of 7, but I felt it in here. And that is what made me want to become a doctor. Not the prescriptions or the procedures, as powerful as they are, but what my parents showed me that night, that medicine at its core is the work of standing with another human being in their hardest hour. That is what we are all called to do. I know you take on this mantle of being a healer at a time of great turmoil and challenge. Conflict and polarization are growing, leaving people exhausted and low on hope. And efforts to expand health insurance coverage and address health misinformation have taken steps backward. Technology and AI are bringing incredible benefits, but also some harms, and making many people, including clinicians, wonder whether they will still be needed in the future, wondering whether they still matter. So the question is, how will you sustain yourself as you navigate this complex world? How will you make people's lives better without experiencing the burnout and disillusionment that have become all too common in our profession? Well, it turns out there is one ingredient that will determine more than anything else how well you weather what is ahead. It will shape whether you find joy, meaning, and belonging over the course of your life. It's not what you scored on your exams. It's not the journals you publish in, the awards you collect, or even academic tenure. It turns out it is your relationships. It's your relationships. It's the friends who pick up the phone in the middle of the night when you call. It's the mentors who tell you the truth, the family who stand by you no matter what. See, decades of research have confirmed what generations of life experience have taught us, that our relationships are one of the most powerful protective forces in our life. They reduce our risk for depression and anxiety, and our risk of heart disease and dementia. And in a time where longevity hacks are all the rage, you've seen them, I've seen them, we're all going to see a whole lot more of them. It turns out that one of the most powerful forces for extending both the quality and quantity of life are strong, healthy relationships. So today I want to share 3 commitments that will help you protect and strengthen your relationships in the years ahead. The first commitment is to be present. When I was a third-year medical student, I was assigned to complete a preoperative exam for a patient scheduled for a high-risk procedure later that day. Why they sent me as an early third-year medical student, I don't know, but they did. And so down I went. Now, she was a woman who was in her 60s, and she'd had multiple surgeries due to laryngeal cancer. And unfortunately, she had lost her ability to speak after those surgeries. I walked into her room, and I found her lying on a gray gurney, alone, tears streaming silently down her face. I tore a page from this spiral notebook that I used to carry in my pocket, and I asked her if she would like to write down what was on her mind. And she nodded. She took the book, she took a pen, and in trembling, uneven letters, she wrote, "I'm scared." I asked her what she was afraid of, and she wrote, "I'm scared I'm going to die." Now, I was a medical student. I had no clinical experience to draw from. I had limited experience with death. And I genuinely did not know what I could possibly say that would be helpful in that situation. So at a loss, I just reached out and took her hand in mine. And her hand was small and cold. My hand was cold too. We were both cold, holding on to each other in the PACU. And we sat there in silence for about 10 minutes. Neither of us saying anything but feeling each other's presence. And gradually, her breathing slowed. The tears paused, and we both felt some relief. I carried that scrap of paper with her writing in my coat pocket as a medical student and as a resident for years, because it reminded me that even when you cannot cure or fix, you always have something to offer. You have your presence. And presence is the most fundamental thing that we can give each other. It's a willingness to sit with someone, a patient, a family member, or a friend, and remind them that they are not alone. It might seem easy to be present, but it requires resisting a force that constantly pulls us away. And that is our devices. So the next time you have a conversation with someone you care about, to put away your phone and resist the temptation to multitask. Know that 5 minutes of being present is often more satisfying than an hour of distracted conversation. And speaking of technology, a word about AI, about artificial intelligence, which is already transforming our lives in healthcare. AI will help you to read images, to synthesize the literature, to draft notes, to simplify administrative work, to make chart biopsying easier. But AI can never sit next to a frightened patient and hold their hand. It cannot know what it's like to fear death, to grieve the loss of a parent, to fall in love, or to hold your child for the first time. It may generate the right words, but it is not the words alone that matter. It is our presence and our lived experience that make us truly human. Healing is and will always be a profoundly human act. Your presence, your empathy, your love. This is what no machine will ever replicate. Remember that. The second commitment is this: take a chance on people. Some years ago, my mother spoke with a diplomat over the phone who helped her answer this time-sensitive question she had. And the conversation lasted no more than 10 minutes, one of dozens that this diplomat probably had during the week. And when my mother came to visit me in Washington, D.C. many months later, she messaged him to see if he might come by our house to receive some mangoes that she had brought from her own garden. A small gesture of thanks. Those of you Daisies in the crowd, you know what this is all about. The mangoes are how you say thank you. And to our surprise, he actually came. He stayed for 3 hours. And at the end, after this fascinating conversation, I finally summoned the courage to just ask him, why did you make the time to come see us? People you barely knew. And he smiled. And he said his kids had asked him the same exact thing this morning before he came over. They had said, why are you going to waste time with people you don't even know? And his answer has stayed with me. He said, if you want to build relationships, you have to be willing to waste time with other people. There was something radical in that statement. It challenged an assumption that's so embedded in our modern life that every interaction should have a defined purpose and lead to an outcome, that connection ought to be efficient, and that the best relationships are ones that don't involve risk. But it's almost always the case that the most fulfilling relationships involve taking a chance. Taking a chance to bring up a difficult subject with your parents that you've been avoiding for years. Taking a chance to be the first one to apologize, even when you believe you're right. Telling your spouse what you actually need and asking them what they actually need. It's reaching out to the friend that you've lost touch with. It's introducing yourself to someone you've always wanted to know. It's taking the chance to say the unguarded thing, the I love you, I'm proud of you, I miss you. Saying that instead of the polished version of the truth. Taking a chance on people requires courage. But the risks that we regret in life most often are the ones we don't take. So take a chance, because the people you love are worth it. The third commitment is the simplest and the hardest. Show up. At the end of last year, my wife Alice was on a train with our 2 young children when a notification appeared on her phone. It was an automated message from her medical record. Turned out the biopsy had come back, and it showed that she had invasive ductal carcinoma of the breast cancer. She read those words sitting next to our kids. She had to absorb them without letting our children see anything was wrong. She was alone while I was on a plane somewhere over Montana, making my way back home. And that night, after the kids were asleep, she told me the news. And for a long time, we just held each other in shock and disbelief. 2 weeks later, my mother received a diagnosis of her own, endometrial cancer. And 2 hours after her diagnosis, my grandmother, the matriarch of our family, passed away in our home. 3 generations of women in my family hit within weeks of each other. In the months that followed, our family went through some of the hardest, most gut-wrenching moments that we've ever known. What carried us through were friends who showed up. My friend Sunny organized a thread of 40 of our friends who sent meals, messaged before each surgery, and wrote notes to us with no expectation of a reply. My friend Dave and his wife drove from New York City down to our home in Washington and spent a full weekend with us, cooking, cleaning, taking our kids on walks, so we just had a moment to breathe. He didn't wait for us to tell us what we needed. He just showed up. On the day of Alice's mastectomy, my friend Parag came to the hospital. He didn't wait for an invitation. He showed up in the waiting room with homemade food. He sat with me. He fed me. He talked when I wanted to talk, and he was quiet when he sensed I needed a moment to myself. He came so I wouldn't be alone. In the worst moments, when people ask, "How can I help?" I often didn't know what to say. The asking itself was a gesture of love, but the answer required energy and clarity that my overwhelmed mind just did not have. And that's why we need friends who are willing to walk into the storm without waiting for permission. You will face moments when the people around you are in crisis. You won't always know what they need. But here is what I've come to understand, that you do not need to know exactly what to do or exactly what to say. You only need to show up with food, with a message, with a heart full of love, and to remind them that they are not alone. So be present, take a chance, show up. These are the 3 commitments that will help you build the relationships that you need for a life of deep fulfillment. 3 commitments that you can choose no matter what is happening in the world around you. I often think about the patients that I've been blessed to care for at the end of their life, the ones I've been privileged to listen to as they were reflecting on what mattered most in the years that they were here on earth. You know what they never talk about? They never talk about their accomplishments, or their bank account, or how many followers they had on Instagram. What they talk about are people, the people they loved, the people who broke their hearts, the people they wished they had spent more time with. You see, at the end of life, and only the most meaningful strands of our existence remain, relationships are what rise to the top. I want to leave you today with a simple practice that I turn to during these inevitable moments when self-doubt and loneliness creep in. I will ask all of you to raise your right hand. Place it over your heart and close your eyes. Think about the people who have brought you to this moment. Your dear family, your closest friends, your treasured mentors, the people who celebrated your moments of joy, the people who showed up for you during times of disappointment and pain, the people who stood by you even when you lost faith in yourself, and who gently reminded you of who you are. Feel their love flowing through you, strengthening you, guiding you, filling you with peace. And know that you are deserving of this love, and that it is always there for you, whether they are with you or not, because it resides in your heart. Now open your eyes. What you felt in those few moments was the power of love. Love is the world's oldest medicine. It is what I wish for you more than anything else in the world. Your ability to give love and to receive love is your greatest gift and your greatest power. It is what will sustain you on every step of the journey ahead. Congratulations, class of 2026. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Murphy, for those inspiring, timeless words. Congratulations to the graduating class. 50 years from now, one of you will deliver the 50th alumni address. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Barry Berger, Chief Medical Officer at Navarus Corporation and a proud member of the class of 1976. Barry M. Berger is the Chief Medical Officer of Navarus Incorporated, a biotechnology diagnostic company in the oncology space. Previously, Dr. Berger was the Chief Medical Officer of Exact Sciences Corporation, where he spent 20 years developing and implementing DNA-based colorectal cancer screening, Cologuard, into clinical practice. Dr. Berger is a member of the National Colorectal Cancer Roundtable, where he has served on the policy committee and has been a panelist for Medicare advisory committees. He was resident and chief resident in pathology at Brigham and Women's Hospital, and an NIH fellow in immunology with Dr. Peter Knoll at the University of Pennsylvania, where he received his MD degree. Following an internal medicine internship at Boston University Hospital, he was a general medical officer in the U.S. Air Force for 2 years. Dr. Berger served as senior pathologist at Brigham and Women's Hospital and as faculty of Harvard Medical School. At Penn, Dr. Berger has served as a volunteer for the medical class of 1976 reunion committee. Welcome, Dr. Berger.
Good morning, everybody. Now, I just want to tell you ahead of time, we didn't compare notes, so you're going to hear a lot of themes. Thank you, Dean Epstein, faculty, class of 76, for entrusting me to deliver our thoughts and best wishes to the graduates. It's my honor on behalf of our class, the ancient class of 1976, to usher you into your new careers. We reflected on ours this weekend as we gathered together. It was a pretty good group. We had a pretty good time. So my voice is a little, So we entered Penn in 1972, now 50 years past, but this is only a fraction of our 265-year history here at Penn Medicine. We too were greeted by a physician from the class of 26 who recounted that midway through his career, he had a patient who was dying of sepsis. It was right after World War II. But he was able to use a miracle drug at the time to see if it would work, and it worked. It was called an antibiotic. You may have seen these in your practice. But what this does is it speaks to the ceremonial continuity of the discipline that you're involved with. This is not something new. Medicine transcends cultures, travels through time for thousands of years, and it binds all of us healers together in common purpose. the alleviation of suffering. Times change, diseases evolve, our tools change, but continue to appreciate everything you've heard this morning, that the essence of what we do is in relationship. Relationship with our patients, relationship with our colleagues, relationships with our friends and family. And we are most helpful, most beneficial, and most appreciated when we are in deep relationship with those around us. So Penn inculcates this in our journey here. Early on when I started back in the Cretaceous period, we were one of the first groups that they literally dumped into the clinic on the first day, just having appeared from college, and now we were actually seeing patients. This was like craziness, but it was very informative. So while every physician generation, yours included for sure, has experienced disruptive innovation in practice, and almost more importantly, the organization of medicine, which is really what's driving our practice these days, the essence of care continues to be being in relationship. As medical students, that was like yesterday, you were probably at some point in your career referred to as doctor, like the story Dr. Murthy tells. Some of us that made very uncomfortable, other people got puffed up thinking that. But basically, the patient wasn't recognizing your body of knowledge or lack thereof. They were really recognizing the special relationship that you were going to have. And they were telling you, we're going to have a doctor-patient relationship. You're going to respect me, you're going to care for me, and I'm going to tell you things I don't tell anybody else, right? And you're going to hold that to yourself. That's very special. And so this is the essence of the healing hand, the thing that we bring forward and the thing that drives our value. And this hasn't changed across eons. So our class was well prepared, for entering residency like you did. I'm still here, which is good. You came of age in the COVID epidemic. Interesting. You've always had electronic medical records, your cell phones. Luckily, these gowns don't have pockets, so I really don't see a lot of them flashing right now, at least with the graduates. Subspecialty consults are a zoom away. We have gene editing. We have RNA vaccines. This is great. It's kind of like antibiotics, but 50 years forward. What did we have? Well, we had clunky beepers. We had pockets full of index cards held by a disreputable assortment of paper clips that had clinic notes on them. We had things called pens and pencils. We wrote soap notes, which were readable most of the time, and we had paper records. Legionnaire's disease, which was discovered down the street, happened during us, and we launched quickly after residency into the AIDS epidemic, which is what we had for us. We finish where you began. So the innovations that you practice with today and that you don't think about were developed sort of by us, many of them, by Penn grads, by the graduate groups you're beginning with, and right here at the University of Pennsylvania. But wherever your career leads you, and mine has been a very diverse career of practice and test development in the translational space, I hope you remain in touch with those basic values as you go through. We all have time pressures. You've heard this today. You've heard Dr. Murthy talk about 5 minutes of being present. I don't want you to lose that. When you have a 15-minute visit, which is what we used to have, I think you have 8 to 10 now or something ridiculous. The point is, when we say be present, what we mean is when you walk into the room and the first 4 minutes, you're still thinking about your last patient, and the last 5 minutes, you're thinking about your next patient, you weren't there. You really need to develop the ability, which is not easy, but it comes with practice, to clear your mind, take a deep breath as you enter, and just be there. It just takes practice. And your patients will do great. And they won't call you in the middle of the night because they'll know you heard them the first time, especially if you're working in the ER. So we have the class of 76. Hope your next 50 years are as fruitful and for you as they were for us. And we wish you great careers as you go forth from this day forward into your residencies. So along with your classmates and your soon-to-be co-residents and your families and friends, we're around, thank goodness. And we stand ready to be mentors, we stand ready to be advisors. We'll tell you where we did the right thing, and we'll tell you where we didn't. And all of those stories you'll find to be very helpful. So we proudly pass this torch on to you that's been burning thousands of years to the new healers in the class, and give yourselves a big hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Berger, for those incredibly meaningful words. Good morning. I am Dr. Horace DeLisser, Associate Dean for Student Engagement, Network, and Enrichment, and it is my honor to announce and recognize several distinguished faculty awards. You will note the full list of faculty awards winners in your program. I ask the following faculty members present to stand as I call your name and remain standing until all awards have been announced so that the audience can recognize your tremendous accomplishments. The Leonard Berwick Memorial Teaching Award to Dr. Robert G. Micheletti. The Blockley Osler Award to Dr. Anik Hogan. The Dean's Award for Excellence in Basic Science Teaching, Dr. Sanjeev R. Shah. The Dean's Award for Excellence in Medical Student Teaching by an Allied Health Professional, Dr. Felicia Duke. The Medical Student Government Basic Teaching Science Award. This goes to Dr. Nicole Robinson. The Medical Student Government Clinical Teaching Award to Dr. Ashok Lingana. And lastly, the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award presented by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. And this goes to Dr. Farzana Rashid Hussain. Let us all give them all one more round of applause. I now invite Vice Dean Jen Kogan back to the podium to announce the recipient of the 2026 Special Dean's Award.
Thank you, Dr. DeLisser. The Special Dean's Award is awarded for exceptional service and contribution in medical education. And this year's award is being presented to Anna Delaney. Anna has been instrumental to medical students, faculty, and staff for more than 3 decades. Congratulations, Anna. We've now come to the heart of today's ceremony and the moment you have all been waiting for. After review by the PSOM Council, representing the basic science and clinical departments and institute directors, and based on the recommendations from the Student Standards Committee, we now officially affirm that each of you, the graduates of 2026, have completed all of the necessary requirements to receive your Doctor of Medicine degree from the Raymond and Ruth Perelman School of Medicine at the University of Pennsylvania. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Dr. DeCarla Albright, our Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Wellness, who will call each of you by name to come forward to be hooded and receive your diploma. When your name is called, it represents not only your achievement, but the trust placed in you by this profession, this institution, and the patients that you will serve. Dr. Albright.
Good morning. Now we celebrate the achievements of each member of the class of 2026. You will notice in the program that many of these students have already been honored with numerous additional awards, accolades. We have students who are in our combined MD-PhD program who have already received their PhD degree, and other students graduating with additional certifications or degrees. Also, please note the students who have been elected to the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society and the Arnold P. Gold Humanism Honor Society. As the names of each graduate are called, each student will come forward and will be hooded by our advisory deans, or in some special cases, by a family member who is a member of the faculty of the Perelman School of Medicine. Each candidate will receive their diploma from Dr. Jen Kogan, our Vice Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education, and will then be congratulated by the Dean, Dr. Jonathan Epstein. I now present to you the class of 2026. Dr. Ahab George El-Nimri. Dr. Emily Alpert. Dr. Joshua Anil. Dr. Michaela Asher. Dr. Manisha Banala. Dr. Shovik Bandyopadhyay. Dr. Bandyopadhyay is a graduate of the MD-PhD program earning their PhD in cell and molecular biology. Dr. Sarah Lauren Barnett. Dr. Laura Goldmuntz Barr. Dr. Barr will be hooded by her mother, Dr. Goldmuntz, Professor of Pediatrics, Division of Cardiology at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Dr. Eve Blake Barrett. Dr. Licia Bravo. Dr. Grant Brighter. Dr. Rachel Helen Cerrone. Dr. Cerrone is a graduate of the MD PhD program, earning her PhD in neuroscience. Dr. Ashley Chang. Dr. Jocelyn Chow. Dr. Carlos Gustavo Chavez Perez. Dr. Anna Chin. Dr. Delia Chin. Dr. Yuchen Chen. Dr. Katie Yoongyong Choi. Dr. Dominic Michael Chung. Dr. Nathan Coffey. Dr. Coffey is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in cell and molecular biology. Dr. Ian Cohn. Dr. Cohn is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in cell and molecular biology. Dr. Holly Cordray. Dr. Tim Cox. Dr. Cox is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in neuroscience. Dr. Benjamin Clyde Creekmore. Dr. Creekmore is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in biochemistry, biophysics, and chemical biology. Dr. Phoebe Holston Cunningham. Dr. David Day. Dr. Day is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in neuroscience. Dr. Nasser Duget. Dr. Rebecca Ephraim. Dr. Jessica Ferber. Dr. Nikhil Ganju. Dr. Eliza Ann Gavin. Dr. Yafet Brooke Gatacho. Dr. Alay Gonim. Dr. Blake Gilbert Bono. Dr. Julia Giordano. Dr. Keshav Goyal. Dr. Justin Patrick Grice. Dr. Sarah Hamimi. Dr. Nicholas Hahn. Dr. Madeline Hansen. Dr. Daniel Thomas Hartman. Dr. Georgios Hatzipetru. Dr. Alec David Heidloff. Dr. Lancelot Herpin. Dr. Niall Jacob Hodges. Dr. Erin Hollander. Dr. Hollander is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in cell and molecular biology. Dr. Bryson Malik Houston. Dr. Fingling Hu. Dr. Hu is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in biostatistics. Dr. Deepak Indrakanti. Dr. David Isaacs. Dr. Osahan Iyamu. Dr. Aminata Janice Jallo. Dr. Jacob Jensen. Dr. Fei Jiang. Dr. Joyce Jiang. Dr. Jacob Von Jordan. Dr. Jalen Jordan. Dr. Isabel Caneza. Dr. Nolan Matthew Kavanaugh. Dr. Danielle Joy Kellier. Dr. Kellier is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in epidemiology. Dr. Solman Khan. Dr. Youssef Ali Khan. Dr. Brittany Hope Kim. Dr. Mimi Sarah Kim. Dr. Spencer Elliott Kim. Dr. Johan Kim. Dr. Catherine Atnes Kitzmiller. Dr. Kitzmiller is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in biochemistry, biophysics, and chemical biology. Dr. Jacob Koken. Dr. Pranav Kodali. Dr. Abigail Kohler. Dr. Anchit Kota. Dr. Kate Kraus. Dr. Kraus is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in immunology. Dr. Satvika Kumar. Dr. Krithika Kapasamy. Dr. Jessica Coco Lam. Dr. Lam is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in genomics and computational biology. Dr. Carlos Antonio Leche II. Dr. Casey Lee. Dr. Lee is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in immunology. Dr. Olivia Lee. Dr. Morgan Leff. Dr. Trent Levy. Dr. Lev Lidichevsky. Dr. Lidichevsky is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in genomics and computational biology. Dr. Patrick Liu. Dr. Masha Alibekova Long. Dr. Long is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in bioengineering. Dr. Emily Lubin. Dr. Lubin is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in cell and molecular biology. Dr. Alfredo Lucas. Dr. Lucas is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in bioengineering. Dr. Zane McFarlane. Dr. Catherine Mahoney. Dr. Angela Malinovich. Dr. Caitlin Olivia Maloney. Dr. Anusha Mamidipaka. Dr. Dane Martinez. Dr. Martinez is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in neuroscience. Dr. Joshua Mayo. Dr. Sam McWright. Dr. McWright is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in immunology. Dr. Kyler McVeigh. Dr. Michael Mehta. Dr. Anand Mishra. Dr. Nosheen Musfi. Dr. Jacob Nikolcha. Dr. Sally Nijem. Dr. Alex Nisbet. Dr. Julio Ojea Quintana. Dr. Darbins Ullman. Dr. Aretha An. Dr. Ian Zhuren Ong. Dr. Nathan Orwig. Dr. Rohan Palanki. Dr. Palanki is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning his PhD in bioengineering. Dr. Owen Para. Dr. Rushi Patel. Dr. Krishanti Pathmanabhan. Dr. Andrew Pev. Dr. Nikita James Perry. Dr. Joshua Adam Pizantis. Dr. Chow Fung. Dr. Benjamin Reese. Dr. Dominic John Rich. Dr. Matthew Robinson. Dr. Matthew Rock. Dr. Stephanie Rodriguez. Dr. Evan Rosario. Dr. Jessica Rosenblum. Dr. Felipe Rosero Castro. Dr. Ayelet Rubenstein. Dr. Rubenstein will be hooded by her grandfather, Dr. Arthur Rubenstein, Professor of Medicine and Dean Emeritus of the Perelman School of Medicine. Dr. Lynn Rushkin. Dr. Isabel Alice Ryan. Dr. Cyril Moshe Sapir. Dr. Natalie Schanzer. Dr. Keshav Shah. Dr. Ujashi Shah. Dr. Amy Shi. Dr. Adina Singer. Dr. Shika Singh. Dr. Helen Song. Dr. David Soa. Dr. Carolyn Glasser Sussman. Dr. Brandon Tang. Dr. John Tips. Dr. Ann Thien Tran. Dr. Thomas Truong. Dr. Gavin Michael Turner. Dr. Sanjana Venkatesh. Dr. Gennady Vulak. Dr. Aaron Wong. Dr. Stephanie Y. Wong. Dr. Joya Wong. Dr. Julie Rebecca Wexler. Dr. Kimberly Way. Dr. Jeffrey Weiner. Dr. Elizabeth Whitten. Dr. Lillian Wieland. Dr. Emily Xu. Dr. Karen Xu. Dr. Xu is a graduate of the MD-PhD program, earning a PhD in bioengineering. Dr. Isabel Yoon. Dr. Ariella Zabidi. Dr. Francisco Zepeda. And now, will the entire class of 2026 please rise and face the audience? Family and friends, I proudly present to you our graduates, the Perelman School of Medicine class of 2026. Graduates, thank your family, your friends, and your supporters here today. Thank you. Please be seated. In your graduation program, please note those individuals who have received prizes and awards. I would like to highlight just 3 of these awards and ask that the recipients please come to the stage to receive them. The Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award, presented by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, is awarded to our graduate who displays the highest standards of humanism and professionalism. This year's recipient is Eve Blake Barrett. Dr. Barrett, please receive your award. The Nathan and Pauline Pincus Prize is awarded each year for outstanding achievement as a clinician. Please join me in acknowledging this year's recipient, Dr. Ayelet Rubenstein. Dr. Rubenstein, please come up to receive your award. As noted in your program, the Dr. Spencer Morris Prize is awarded each year to the medical student in the graduating class who scores the highest on an oral examination given to selected students based on academic and clinical achievement. It is without question the highest academic honor a graduate from the Perelman School of Medicine can receive. I am delighted this year to present the Dr. Spencer Morris Prize to Dr. Alex Nisbet. Dr. Nisbet, please come up and receive your award.
I am Dr. Nadia Bennett, the Associate Dean for the Clinical and Health System Sciences curriculum. It is customary each year for a member of the graduating class to address the audience on this momentous occasion. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ayelet Rubenstein, a member of the class of 2026, who was selected for this honor.
On behalf of the class of 2026, I offer greetings to the trustees, Dean Epstein, Dean Kogan, members of the undergraduate medical education leadership team, advisory deans, and to the staff of the Perelman School of Medicine. Class of 2026, we made it! I'm honored to be speaking with you today. First and foremost, thank you to the Office of Student Affairs and to everyone who shaped our medical education. The attendings, residents, mentors, advisors, nurses, pharmacists, and the AV Tech teams. And to our families and loved ones here today, thank you. We would not be here without you. The final year of medical school is exciting. It brings more flexibility, more autonomy, but also uncertainty about what comes next. I'll be honest, I struggled this year. I worried, did I choose the right specialty? Will I match? Where will I be living next year? Fourth year is supposed to be the time to travel, and while some of us did travel, many of us traveled between our bed and our laptop. It's supposed to be a time to refresh, and I did. I refreshed my email. And over the course of my interviews, I had been asked why I wanted to pursue residency so many times that by the end I almost said, I actually don't anymore. To our families and administrators, thank you for supporting us through this, through the existential moments where we questioned not only why we went to medical school, but also every life decision leading up to it. I bet you didn't realize that when your child enrolled to become a doctor, you were enrolling to become a therapist. I was lucky enough to have a parent in medicine, though my ruminations about residency reached the point that my physician mother, who trains residents every day, finally told me she never wanted to hear the word residency again. Today, I am not sure who is more relieved and excited to be on the other side, us, our administrators, or our families. Even before applying to residency, medical school is full of moments of not knowing. Whether not knowing what a new rotation would be like, or simply not knowing the answer to a question. I experienced that more times than I can count, but I'll share one example during our first anatomy team exam. We were tasked with identifying tiny structures in the lab. I was staring at something branching off of something else, and that was about all I could tell you. Was it a tendon, a lymphatic vessel, maybe? Thankfully, one of my teammates calmly said, "Oh yes, that's the inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery." I yell at, "What do you think?" "Of course," I replied, just what I was about to say. That moment taught me two things. First, I was not going to be a surgeon, and second, I was not going to have all the answers. Our training has unfolded during broader uncertainty as well. We began medical school in a pandemic, learning medicine at a time when medicine itself was being redefined, mastering skills like how to say with the utmost professional confidence, "Sorry, I was on mute." Since then, we've witnessed political shifts affecting healthcare and global conflict. And now we graduate at a very exciting time for medicine, but also a profoundly uncertain one. Innovation is transforming everything from medical education to patient care. This future holds promise, but also big questions. Science is advancing, but will funding keep up? We have new vaccine technology, but will the public trust it? AI may help cure diseases, but will ChatGPT take my job in 5 years? Maybe funny now, but it'll be less funny when you're interviewing for your first attending position and you find out the other candidate has no last name and their first name is Claude. Or if that doesn't work out, I am sure that after 10 years of residency training to do cardiac surgery, it will be a seamless transition to the only job left at that point, performing it on the robots themselves. I mean, how different can their anatomy be? The reality is the uncertainty isn't going away. Every day, we'll face it with our patients. Is this the right diagnosis, the right treatment? And we'll carry increasing responsibility for these decisions as residents and eventually as attendings. So, how do we navigate this uncertainty, whether personal, clinical, or societal? I want to offer 3 strategies that I've learned here from peers, faculty, and patients. First, rely on each other. If you don't know the answer, someone else might, as I learned in anatomy lab. Teamwork is critical in patient care. I once cared for a veteran with 2 medical options, each with serious risks. I searched through the literature trying to find the right answer. Finally, my attending said, "Why don't we ask the patient what matters most to him?" There isn't always a right answer, and partnership matters between doctors and patients, and also between students and teachers. I've had the privilege of serving on Perelman's undergraduate medical education committee, where students don't just give feedback on curricular changes, we vote. We're fortunate to have trained at a school that models this teamwork and partnership. So, when faced with uncertainty, lean on your team of peers, colleagues, patients, and students. Second, return to your core values. When you don't know what to do, empathy, humility, and compassion are never wrong. Our class has lived by these values, mobilizing when abortion access became uncertain, devoting time to student-run clinics for underserved communities, demonstrating what it means to provide care beyond the walls of the hospital. When you don't know the next step, living by your values will always be the right approach. Third, do not let the uncertainty make you give up. I learned this not as a provider, but as a patient. When I developed a medical condition without a clear diagnosis, some physicians, when they didn't know the answer, simply said they couldn't help. But others said, "I don't know what's causing this, but I'm here. Let's figure this out together." We won't always have the answers, but we owe it to our patients, to ourselves, and to each other to not walk away when things are uncertain. So today, we graduate not knowing exactly what comes next, but we leave having learned how to rely on each other, how to act with integrity, and how to persevere when things are hard. Wherever we go next, whether across the street, across the country, or finally on those fourth-year travels, we carry with us the people, the training, and the values that brought us here. However uncertain the road ahead, we are ready to meet it. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rubenstein, for those wonderful words. What a meaningful and inspiring speech on behalf of your class. I'm Dr. Prithvi Sankar, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Residency Planning, and it has been my honor to be with you over the last several years, and particularly for today. I am pleased to announce Dr. Ashok Langana, who is the 2026 recipient of the Medical Student Government Clinical Teaching Award. In honor of this award, Dr. Langana will now lead the class of 2026 in the recitation of the Physician's Pledge, the Declaration of Geneva, a modern version of the Hippocratic Oath.
Congratulations to my newest colleagues, the graduates of 2026, and my sincerest thanks for this honor. For 2,500 years, physicians have taken an oath upon qualification as a pledge to practice to the best of their abilities and to uphold the highest ethical traditions of their profession. The exact wording has evolved as we healers have evolved. On the final page of your commencement program, you will find the Declaration of Geneva, one of the World Medical Association's oldest policies, adapted in 1948 and revised in October 2017. At this time, I have the privilege of leading the Declaration of Geneva. I ask the class of 2026 to please rise. According to our tradition, I also invite those studying medicine and physicians present, both in front of and behind me, to rise to renew their commitment with these newest members of our profession. Now, let us read the oath together. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patients. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care to the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my hour. Thank you.
Class of 2026. The privilege of the medical degree comes with lifelong responsibility to learn continuously, to serve selflessly, and to uphold the highest standards of integrity and compassion. We trust you to carry these commitments forward as you care for patients and advance our profession. Medicine will reward you with moments of extraordinary purpose, and there will be moments of challenge. In each of these moments, remember why you chose this path, the community that prepared you to walk it, and the community that will always remain with you. Now you take your place in the proud tradition of the Perelman School of Medicine alumni. As you move forward, we hope that the friendships and connections you have built here over the last few years will serve as a support and last for a lifetime. Know that you will always find a home here and that we look forward to welcoming you back as colleagues and alumni. Class of 2026, on behalf of the Perelman School of Medicine, I extend our deepest congratulations. We are so proud of your achievements, and we send you forward with the highest hopes. Congratulations. This concludes the Perelman School of Medicine Commencement Ceremony. I would request that family and friends remain in their seats until the faculty and graduates have exited from the hall. Thank you.